Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is to you. Happy Valentine's Day, Saturday, February 14th, 2026. We're here at Mike Ardaw Crossing, milepost 180.8, which is just south of Willow and right on the edge of Nancy Lake. Going northbound AuRoRa, which is getting pretty close, and we are currently in a winter weather advisory. I think the last time I checked it was around 25-26 degrees. It is snowing. It's supposed to get anywhere between 4 to 8 inches, possibly more depending on where you are. I know the winter weather advisory is more concentrated in the lower Matanuska Valley, Palmer, Wasilla, with some of it making its way up north of Big Lake and Willow. But it's that time of year, so you never know. Probably going to get a lot of snow. It is President's Day weekend, and there's been a few years around that weekend where we've gotten lots of snow. So get anywhere between 4 inches to 3 feet, which has happened plenty of times. Also, has anyone seen the virtual rail fan cam that's in Anchorage? It's on the CEI building overlooking the yard, so check them out. They got a YouTube channel. So I can hear them. Sounds like they're down at Lynx Lake Crossing, which is just down the track a little bit. So the plan is catch them here at Mike Ardaw Crossing. And I don't know if I'll be able to catch them somewhere else between Talkeetna, but we'll certainly try. The roads aren't that great, so here we go. There's the AuRoRa. All right, let's see if we can catch them somewhere between here and Talkeetna. The roads aren't that great, and I can't go super fast, so let's see where we can catch them. All right, we just barely caught him here at Hidden Hills Crossing, 202.9. All right, let's catch him in Talkeetna. Man, the roads are pretty crappy out. All right, so we're just coming into Talkeetna. We're going down the hill. There's the road to the beautiful Talkeetna Alaskan Lodge on the right. The overlook is right down here on the left. Now, I don't know, the train is probably either coming in to the station right now or it's about to cross the spur road, one of the two. Let's see here. So I was doing the tracking and we were pacing it pretty good along the way from right around Montana Creek to here. Sometimes I can get here ahead by a few minutes, but the roads weren't that good. Actually, spur road was really good compared to the Parks Highway, so that's cool. And they are not here yet. Might just make it to the station before they pull in. Let's see. This is just giving you all an idea what the roads are like today. You know, between Wasilla, well, not really Wasilla, I would say more or less from Houston to milepost 99 on the Parks Highway. It's rough with thick ice and ice potholes, and it'll throw you around in little cars or vehicles without good tires. Anyway, normal Alaska driving conditions. We're pulling into the station right now. That's the Latitude 62 restaurant right over there. And I see Salmonberry Tours is already here, so that means they're picking up people from the train. Part of a tour package, I'm sure. Now, I already see them. There they are. There's the train. You know, we're not going to be able to continue on. Wow. Okay, let's quickly come over here. Looks like heavy equipment needs to come down here and open up the platform and the whole area here at the station. Snowing pretty good now. That was a nice friendly wave from one of the engineers. There's a lot of good people that work for the railroad, that's for sure. Guess we'll just walk on down here and see how things are looking. And if you look at past videos, More of the recent ones, you can see how the snow is built up around the platform, and really it's not the platform. I don't know why I keep saying that, but it's the access road here. With more snow, they come in here with a truck and they plow it back, and so after a while they got to come in with a big piece of machinery. I didn't want to attempt to drive back here because I'm not picking anybody up. And at this point, with how two-blocked everything is, I am not going to get in the way. There's Alaska Limousine. Steve Katkis runs that operation. It's one of the biggest limousine companies. I think it's the second largest limousine company in Alaska. Hi, Steve. We're just walking down here, checking things out at the depot. This is where a lot of the flag stoppers get on and off in the wintertime. I see Shannon Cartwright, Alaska author, children's author, is over there as well. Check out her books if you haven't already. Uh-oh. People are going where they're not supposed to go. There's one of the other gyms of Talkeetna Depot. Got the cab car 31 back on. Now, someone had asked, and I didn't get back to a comment, to writing a reply to her comment, but the reason why there were 3 Macs on the AuRoRa for the last few weeks was the cab car went down and had to undergo various repairs, and they threw a Mac on the rear to replace the cab car while it was in repair. The reason why there's so much power on the AuRoRa, it's contingency plans. Really, it boils down to safety. There's now 4 sources of head-in power on the train. You have the 2 locomotives on the head-in. Then you have a baggage car, HEP-equipped baggage car, and then you have cab car. And the other reason for the cab car is in case there's irregular operations such as avalanches, washouts, things that happen in the wintertime. The crew, if needed, can go to the rear of the consist, where the cab car is. They can swap ends and they can operate the train going the other direction. That way your conductor isn't standing protecting the shove for miles and miles and miles, just standing there with the door open facing all the weather. It's just easier to have a cab car on there and you can swap ends and everyone's safe and warm. And there actually have been plenty of times where there were avalanches north of Talkeetna that caused the train to have to back up, if you will, to some other locations. So that's why you have so much power on the AuRoRa. All right, we're gonna make our way back over here.
I have 4 people. It was just gonna drop it here. Okay.
Making our way through the crowd here. Snow's definitely coming down pretty good now. Now, where else am I going to go? I'm not sure what other cool spots I'm going to go to. Puppy dog. Mentioned before, when the train gets here in Talkeetna, it's like the last real stop for folks to get off and stretch their legs, get pictures of the train, smoke tobacco or other things. We can get back on the train and off to go. All right, let's see if I can catch them at another spot. All right, so here we are at the Talkeetna River Bridge. We're on the Chase Trail. Chase Trail goes from the parking lot behind me, runs along the railroad track for a few miles, and crosses the railroad to at milepost 232. What was it, .8? I can't quite remember where exactly at milepost 232, but that's where the trail crosses. There's a confluence of the Talkeetna, Susitna, and the Talkeetna rivers. That's all the Talkeetna River. That's also a very braided river, just like most of the rivers are here in Alaska. The AuRoRa ought to be getting ready to leave here pretty quick. It blew a warning blast for those folks that are up there by the head end getting pictures of the motors. Means it's time to get back to your cars. It's time to get ready to load up. There's only a couple other bridges that have walkways like this close to the track. There's this one. There's Billion Slough up the track about a mile, a little under a mile. It's got a walkway similar to this. And then the bridge at Ferry. Ferry is just a real little rural community north of Healy. And the little community is on the other side of the Talkeetna River, right? So kind of the same situation with Chase. The little community is on the other side of the river. So there's a walkway bridge next to the main railroad bridge, and folks can drive their ATVs across. And the ferry bridge is very similar to the Talkeetna River bridge. Walk up here just a little bit more. Ever since the chain link fence has been put up on both ends of the bridge here, it really mars up, in my opinion. It really mars up any sort of photographic opportunities one could take. That's all right. I got a lot of pictures before and after the chain link. And that's put up so that people don't try to climb over the track and either climb on the bridge or under the bridge. Yes, many a local Talkeetna kid has climbed the top of the railroad bridge. I'm not going to say that I have or have not done such things many years ago, but that is a fact for around here, that many local Talkeetna kids have climbed to the top there. All right, well, we're gonna stand here for a couple more minutes and wait for the AuRoRa, led by 4322, to rumble over the bridge and on into the wilderness. The AuRoRa has departed Talkeetna Depot. Just went over 2nd Street crossing and is getting ready to pass the section house. And there they go, off into the wilderness. They'll be making some stops for the off-gridders between here and Hurricane, and on the rest of the way to Fairbanks. Well, folks, thanks for watching, and have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever the case may be for you. And happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Thanks for all your questions and your comments. I'll try to get back to everyone whenever I am able to. So I appreciate all your interest, and I'm sure to check out some of my other videos, and we'll see you around trackside and maybe on Virtual Railfan. Have a good day. Bye.